Taking over the reins from Mauricio Pellegrino, Mark Hughes is now set to take charge of Southampton in the Premier League for the first time. The Saints sit in 18th place, 2 points adrift of safety, ahead of a huge clash with West Ham.
I think Mark Hughes is a safe option, that's for sure. I think he's shown with the jobs that he's taken on that he can do a good job in the Premier League, certainly did with Stoke until this season.
If Hughes is to keep the Saints up, he'll have to address some striking issues. Southampton have averaged just 0.97 goals per game this season. Only once in their Premier League history have they posted a lower figure, back in 1996. Forwards Guido Carrillo, Manolo Gabbiadini and Shane Long have produced just 5 goals between them, whereas Charlie Austin, in considerably fewer minutes, has 6. Fortunately for Hughes, Austin could soon return from injury.
The style of football hasn't suited the forward players, but they have to take some responsibility, and I just don't think their standards have been up to what they have been in previous seasons. Sometimes as players you've got to look at yourselves.
Southampton's weekend opponents, West Ham, aren't faring much better. It's been an up and down season, and the early positive signs that were there after the appointment of David Moyes seem to be gradually disappearing, and the Hammers are in trouble.
The reason it's gone wrong, I think, is, for me, it's about injuries. It's about injuries to key players, and I think any team in the bottom half of the Premier League, if they were to lose as many players as West Ham has, key players at that, I think they would struggle, and I think they've then struggled for consistency.
Nobody in the West Ham camp will be hurting as much as club captain Mark Noble. And in comparison to his last 2 seasons, he has a lower passing accuracy and is completing fewer successful passes per 90 minutes.
Knowing Mark Noble as I do, I think he'll be devastated. He really has got claret and blue in his veins, and he takes everything to heart. And I think he'll know that his performances perhaps haven't been up to the levels that he's set over the years. But I know that he certainly will be doing everything in his power, and also trying to rally the rest of the players to put in the performances they need.
A further concern for the Hammers is the age of their squad. This season they average the second oldest starting 11, only trailing West Brom. And it's fair to say the signing of 36-year-old Patrice Evra hasn't helped that number.
The fact that the squad is certainly one of the oldest in the Premier League, I think that hasn't helped them. I think recruitment-wise in the summer, I think they needed to look for more young, fresh, pacey players to add to the squad.
Southampton enjoyed this fixture last season, running out 3-0 winners after goals from Austin, Dusan Tadic and James Ward-Prowse. For West Ham, that result in September 2016 was their 4th straight league defeat, an ominous sign as they're currently on a 3-game losing streak. And the Hammers will be desperate to avoid a repeat of that. Should they lose by yet another 3-goal margin, it would be the first time in the top flight since 1968 that a side has lost by 3 goals in 4 consecutive matches. So, with both of these teams fighting for Premier League survival and just 2 points separating the pair, who'll come out on top in East London this weekend?
It's going to be a really tough game again. They always are when you're battling relegation. I think sometimes style certainly goes out the window for substance. It's about grinding results out, doing whatever it takes, and I think this will be another game like that. I think both teams will look to try and be solid, and it'll be who can get that first goal.